Perfect red paint. I mean, I spent $22,000 on this paint job. The body shop did a really good job, but I don't like it in red. I want it to be black. So I found these turbo cans. Apparently they shoot a lot of paint. Let's do that and see what happens. Just making it rain paint. We're gonna cover up that red. It did look good, but I think it needs to be black.
Is this bad?
You're crazy. I like you.
Whoa, easy, baby. Easy. Easy. Hit the camera. All right, let's just let him dance for a minute. He's doing his thing right now. Oh, don't get on the Honda. All right, take it easy, buddy. Come on now. Now you're just showing off. Check that thing out. All right, baby, we are back on the 69 Blazer. It is time to paint this thing and hopefully finish it. I'd really love to just knock this build out of the park, but the last time I said I was going to finish in a video, I spent 50 hours on it and only got one side primed. So we're not going to go for super lofty goals. We are 100% going to get it painted and hopefully finish it after the paint. Now, before we can even start on the bodywork, I still have some rust that needs fixed, and I got a new toy to fix the rust with. Let's check it out. All right, I'm so excited. There's so much to open. I don't know what I'm supposed to open first. We're going to start with that. Pretty sure that's the welder laser rust remover, and that is the CNC machine. That's apparently an air compressor, and that's an air dryer, I guess. I don't know. Let's figure it out together. Let's open some stuff. This setup is amazing. Didn't even know it came with a little air compressor, and that's an air dryer, I think. Pretty sure. I should probably start reading the instructions. This is one of the coolest boxes I've ever seen. That lays down as a ramp, so you can roll it down, and then you take a couple more lashes off, the whole thing comes apart. All right, so check this out. This is a laser welder with a you can change the tips to change it out to be a laser cutter. And then there's a tip for laser cleaning. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos where people can clean rust with a laser. That's what this machine does, which is really cool. Super excited about that. And then recently they came out with a CNC machine that I thought was its own machine, but then I realized once I talked to the company, you use the welder. So, butt the welder up to it. It'll sit right here on the side. The head clicks right in there, and then you have a full CNC machine. Cut out whatever you want. Designs, I'm going to use it for a bunch of different brackets. Check this out. Since, lasers are pretty powerful and serious machines, you have to watch a safety course before they give you the password to operate the machine, which is amazing. I gotta be honest with you. All right. Time for my first ever laser welds. Wow, okay, so the wire speed like adjusts depending on how fast you move it. That's kind of crazy. That's not a bad looking weld either. Did I weld it to the I welded it to the piece of sheet metal. Okay, that ain't bad though. Wow. All right, I've been playing with it a little bit. Let's see if we can't get a cut. I got it turned up way too high, but that's sick. Wow. Oh, it doesn't get hot. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. I basically don't know what I'm doing, but we're having fun. Check it out. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with how this looks. Everything just clicks in super easy. I am really excited. I got a piece loaded up. That thing looks so awesome. Also, it's not quite as big as I thought. I was worried it was going to take up like a full car spot. My floor is about the most crooked it could be, so we had to really get the old adjusters out a lot to make sure everything was level. But yeah, I'm tired and I'm slurring my words, so it's time for bed. We'll be back tomorrow.
The next day.
Okay, we finally got this baby set up. I got everything figured out. Had to read an instruction manual. Who would have thought? But now it's time to actually use it. I've played with the welder. I've played with the cutter. I haven't played with the CNC yet. And I got it all hooked up. Got to hook it up to your laptop. And then essentially everything runs from your laptop instead of running from the machine. You'll plug that in. I already kind of went through this a little bit. You plug that in and it says do everything through the laptop. So I just need to make a design, figure out what I want to cut, go from there. I can do custom stuff. 99% of what I'm going to use this for is going to be custom, you know, hot rod stuff, airbag stuff, cutting out cool stuff that I need, brackets and things like that. But I also am going to use it for a lot of practical stuff. So I'm going to challenge myself to see, can a caveman like me use a CNC laser machine to actually help with something I'm doing every single day? What do I do every single day? Rust repair. We're getting ready to paint this C10. And got it pretty squared away. We're not going for a perfect paint job, but sure enough, I crawl under here as I'm sanding it and realize I have a giant hole here missing from where my quarter panel is supposed to be. So what I'm going to do, get rid of all the rust, and I'm going to make a template out of tape or cardboard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that piece, I'm going to go model it on the laptop and see if we can't get it cut out. The cool thing about a laser, it cuts perfect. There's no slag, there's no mess. It's way better than a grinder or anything else I'm going to use. So let's see if I can make it work. I'm telling you right now, everything I've used so far with this has been really easy, but I am not the most technologically advanced person, so we're going to see how it goes together. Let's get to work. All right, I got the rust cut out. And whenever you weld metal, sheet metal, it's good to have it rounded. Whenever you do points, it can crack easier, basically. I don't know, that's what they say. But I have a patch panel. It's hard to get it to bend the way a piece of metal would, but I think that will be perfect. So what we have to do now, I need it to be a little bit wider than this. So whenever I model it on the laptop, I'm going to make it a little bit wider on this side, and then it needs to be rounded on both ends. I might end up trimming the back end flat, depending on where it lands, but it should just fit right there perfect. Let's go see if we can't figure it out. So what is really cool about this, and I'm sure people that model stuff are like, well, yeah, they all do that. But I didn't know this. So what's cool is whenever you're making it, it has the exact width and length. So as I'm going, if I, have my shape right, but I want it to be bigger, I can move it around, change it, make it wider, whatever I need to do. These little holes here are going to be trim holes. You can see them over on this side. I had to weld all these little trim holes up, but I still have a bunch more that need done. And the way I do it before, I have to cut a piece of metal and then grind it. It takes forever, and I can just zap out a bunch of them while I'm cutting this piece. So I am going to send this to the cutter right now, and my measurements on this should be perfect. Like I said, I made it a little wider. I should be good to go. Let's see what happens. This is amazing. I've been worried the whole time I'm trying to get this cut out. I've been reading and trying to figure out. I wanted to make sure it was in the center, but the laser wasn't in the center. So I was like, well, how the hell do you do that? Check this. It takes your design and then you can move it. It took a picture. There's a camera up here. It took a picture. That's my sheet metal. And then it said, where would you like, to put the stuff? They were over here because my whatever design was over there. And then I moved them over here. That's amazing. Kind of want to get these two guys a little bit closer, like that, maybe. And then get you a little bit closer too. Right there. All right, I think we're good. I should just need to hit this button and it goes, I think. Oh! Holy crap, that's fast! Oh my God! Oh! That was amazing! It took 12 seconds! Oh! Alright, let's get him out. This literally just got done 2 seconds ago. There's no heat and there's no slag. Oh my God, this is amazing! Yes! Holy crap! That's amazing! Oh, I can't tell you. I'm so done with this stuff and it worked perfect. Look at all my little pieces. Now some of you are gonna go, why the hell did you cut out circles? Well, let me show you. Not only are we doing some rust repair, I cut out trim hole circles. It's perfect. It's hard to hold it in there in one hand, but see? I got a bunch of these I have to fill in. Ha! Check it out. Took the piece, put a little bend in it. Bada bing, baby. This is hard to do one-handed, but it fits perfect. Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm telling you, it is crazy how there's no slag. That still drives me crazy. I'm sure, I mean, this doesn't even make sense to me. I'm sure people who actually use lasers and stuff are like, yeah, but that's crazy. Anytime I use my plasma cutter on 18 gauge, it just makes a mess. And this is just perfect. I'm going to use this thing so much you have no idea. I'm so happy. All right, let's weld this baby in. Let's finish our little challenge we got going on here to actually practically use it for something that you would do every day and not just crazy custom stuff like I'm going to. All right, I got it tack welded. I just need to finish welding it. This thing is really easy to use, but I'm still used to a traditional welder where you weld like that, and it seems like it likes it more of an angle, which is probably something I would have learned if I read the instructions. Wow, I really like this. The weld is so small and clean. Wow, it welds a cool color too. This is so cool. I didn't think I could fill a gap. I thought they had to be super precise, but I'm filling gaps too. That's great. I didn't even know you could do that. Wow, that worked perfect. All right, now what I want to do next, I want to see if I can use it to get rid of rust. I actually got rid of rust on this piece, but I didn't film it, so that's kind of counterintuitive. So we might find another spot if we have to, but yeah, we can give it a shot. It's a little rusty down there. Yeah, let's try that. Wow, it's so freaking cool. Holy crap, I love this. Oh my God, this is so cool. Wow! I wonder if it'll go through this old paint up here. Maybe. Oh my God, it ripped right through the old paint. Oh, that is so cool. so cool. This really came out great. So happy. This was like a 15-minute process, and I still barely know what I'm doing. This kit is way easier than I was expecting. I'm gonna get this ground down, get it prepped, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done, and then we're gonna paint this truck, baby. Let's go. I can't tell you how good this came out. It just blew me away. The thing I am most excited about with this whole setup is the CNC, but I wanted to challenge myself to see, can I use this one tool to fix something that a lot of guys would be working on, something that I basically do every day, which is rust repair. I'm going to do a lot of custom work with this as well, which I'm very excited about, but I want to see, you know, everybody has rust. If you're working on old cars, you have rust, you need to fix it. And sure enough, we did everything to get this piece fixed with the machine. And I'll be honest with you, the welder, I was really excited about laser welding. I've never seen it before. I've never done it. But whenever it fuses the two pieces together, it just doesn't have a ton of wire. It just melts them together and then it's ready to move on. Whereas if you have a traditional wire feed setup, you just put a ton of wire and material in there and your weld will be, you know, 3/8 of an inch above the metal. So when it comes time to grind it down, it just takes forever because it puts a ton of heat into the panel. You can warp stuff, and then you just spend 20 minutes grinding. Because this was laser welded, I grinded all that down in maybe 1 minute. I mean, it's just, there's nothing really there. It's almost like a TIG weld, basically, where it just fuses the panel together. Super, super happy. The cleaner works awesome as well. Really excited to try that out. I need to play with my gas mixture because different gases can do better jobs at certain things, and I don't think I have enough argon right now, or the purest argon, which will help a lot. And even then, it's still working amazing. So, hey, we did it, baby. This was actually completely done with this machine in, like I said, 20 minutes. And I don't know what I'm doing with modeling. That was the first thing I've ever modeled. If I got good at modeling, I mean, that could have probably took 30 seconds instead of 10 minutes. I'm sure people that do a lot of modeling or is familiar with this stuff, they could have knocked this out in half the time. But still, extremely, extremely impressed. All right, sweet. I already primed half of this. Now it's time to paint this baby. Let's go. xTool metalfab. Huge fan. Love this thing. Really going to use this way more than I was expecting, to be honest with you. We are going to jump right in. This looks great. Looks pretty good. We're just going for a patina paint job, so it doesn't need to be perfect. You're thinking, wow, Casey, you're almost done. Well, this side hasn't been touched. There's just body work on it, but not sanded. The windshield top isn't sanded. Pain. Body work takes forever, but we can't whine about it anymore. We got to get to work. Let's go, baby. Check this out. No clogged paper. It actually sands like a normal primer. It's not a super high build, obviously, because it's not a 2K primer, but works great. Very impressed, actually. No joke. I'm going to buy probably, you can buy them in 6-packs. I think I'm going to get a 6-pack of the primer. All right, let's keep going. Hey, how you doing? It's been 8 hours since I've been time-lapsing. There's nothing fun to do or watch as far as video goes. I've been sanding, and I hate my life a lot. I'm scared of dentists because I think I have to get put under to fix this thing. I really don't want to be put under. I've never been put under. I would go to the dentist every day this week to not have to do body work anymore. That's how much I hate it. And we're not even close to being done. So let's keep going. Figured I'd give you an update. can prime it and then start getting it ready for the patina paint job. Oh my gosh, this is a very long night. All right, body work is finally done. I got the shop blown out. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. There was 200 pieces of sandpaper I had to pick up. It's time to prime it. And the other day I sprayed this whole side with 1 can of the gray automotive primer. And sure enough, my Bondo soaked it up. I even said it was going to in the video because I know that's what Bondo does. It's like a sponge. So what I'm going to do with my other can, instead of trying to spray the whole thing, because I don't really need the gray, whenever we do our patina, we're going to sand through to get down to the red color. Looks like they call it red oxide primer, but basically it looks like the old brown primer that they used back in the day. There's even some on this. So that's what I want underneath whenever we do our sanding, and then we'll add some more colors in there. So what I'm going to do is spray the gray that I have over all my Bondo spots, which looks like the whole truck, but it's not really the whole truck. It's just 90% of the truck. But I want to get 2 coats on all of this so it sucks it in. I'm not going to sand it afterward. I shouldn't have to. If I get a big run or something, I will. I want to get that down before we start adding our colors for our patina, and then after I get all my colors on, I'm going to shoot the whole thing black. And you would think, why would you do that if you don't want it all black? It's because you need the black on top, and then you sand through the black to find the red, yellow, whatever colors we use under there. But before I do any of that, I am going to do the interior in the bright red because it's already red. I think it would be kind of cool to do. And I was going to tape it all off, and I realized the only thing I really need taped off is the dash, and the dash is already half unhooked. So I'm just going to take the dash out. I think I just have to unscrew these guys. And I think it's ready to go because the little screws are already out of it. And then I can just throw a towel over the steering wheel and be done for now. And then we'll do the interior whenever we get the exterior all done. So I'm going to do that real quick. And then we're going to start turbo cannon, baby. Also, I just drank a pop and I thought it was cold and it's hot. And now I can't. I just feel like I'm going to burp or throw up. And I got the hiccups. Damn. Okay, let's get this dash out. All right, baby, it's go time. I swear, people think that I like amp up my reaction for the video. These blow my mind still. I've been spraying them for years. It pushes your hand back. It has so much damn pressure in it. Oh yeah, that body work looks way better than it did the first time. All right, that's probably okay for that. Gonna put this one on real thick. Oh yeah. Oh, I like how that came out. I will say it's tricky to just do spots. 2-foot spray pattern isn't the best for little primer spots. Oh, I got a dent there I want to fix, but I'm probably not going to. Okay. All right. I gotta get my mask on, it stinks, and I still have to do the windshield, and then I'm gonna let this dry, and I'm gonna hit all these spots again real quick, and then we'll move on to our next color. Let's go. Now, we're gonna go with our rusty metal primer. The reason I like this is actually for the color, because it looks just like an old 50s, 60s, 70s primer that they put on everything. So what I'll do usually is I'll just shoot this on spots that I want to wear out, where patina would normally wear out, on all your body edges. Top of the hood, top of the fender well, windshield. But since we have so many weird colors that this thing has been painted, I'm gonna probably shoot the whole car in this, and then we'll go back over and start adding probably a little bit of red and then black. I got some orange and some silver I might throw in there too. Sometimes I'll do silver because whenever you sand it, it'll look like bare metal. But you can't get too crazy with it because silver is a pain in the ass to sand. every silver paint sucks to sand. So, yeah, just keep going. It stinks so bad in here, you have no idea. So, we're just locking and loading, baby. All right, we got the rusty primer down. Now I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of orange on there. Not too cute, just a little bit. To be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing. You just add a bunch of shit, bunch of paint, and then we sand it. It's really not rocket science. I've done it 100 times though, so maybe I know what I'm doing. Probably not. Just a little bit of orange. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna do just a touch of yellow, and then probably red and black. To be honest with you, I got a little bit of a paint salad going on right now. I thought I had yellow in a smaller can. I only have it in a turbo can, and I really just want to kind of give it a little, how you doing? I don't know how it's going to work with this big old bastard, but let's see what happens. Oh my God, it's way too much. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's way more yellow than I wanted. That's all right. We can fix it. I'm going to be sanding. Whenever I'm sanding this tomorrow, I'm going to be whining about this. I'm telling you right now. Now we're going with red. Okay. Oh my God, it stinks so bad in here. Woo! I'm high, I think. I'll be honest with you. All right, this is a brand new color I haven't seen yet. What do they call it? Gloss Sunrise Red. Ooh. Oh God, that's red. Oh, that is red. All right, here's the problem. I kind of like the red a lot. Oh, should we do red patina? No, we can't do red patina. We gotta do black patina. Damn, that looks good. We might sand a lot of the black off. Oh God, I have to put it on time lapse. It's so bad. I really like it in red. Might be a problem. Wow, that looks freaking awesome. We gotta do black though. I don't really like patina on almost any color but black and white, but that looks pretty bitchin', I'll be honest with you. All right, I have got to let this dry a little bit. I don't need to let it dry for an hour, but I need to give it 20 minutes. There's a lot of paint on there, and then we'll do our black. Oh, it stinks so bad in here. All right, baby, it's time. Now, what I'm gonna do with this, obviously, tops of the fenders, tops of the hood, stuff like that will wear out more on a patinaed truck. So I don't need to do as heavy a coats there. On the side, where it shouldn't really have any wear, I'll put it on a lot more heavy. But I have 2 cans. I have a feeling I'm gonna need both of them because I really want to cover it all in black, and then we can adjust our color as we sand. So let's go, baby. Perfect red paint. I mean, I spent $22,000 on this paint job. The body shop did a really good job, but I don't like it in red. I want it to be black. So I found these turbo cans. Apparently they shoot a lot of paint. Let's do that and see what happens. Oh yeah, that works. Just making it rain paint. We're gonna cover up that red. It did look good, but I think it needs to be black. All right, enough trolling. Let's actually paint the damn thing. Oh, it stinks so bad in here. I don't need to get too cute with it up here. I just want it covered. Tops of the fenders don't need as much. It's tricky with a turbo can though, I'll be honest with you. Everything pretty much gets covered. You just got to keep in mind, the more paint you put on is the longer you're going to have to sand. So we're going to be sanding, I'm telling you right now. There we go, that's fine for the tops. Don't need to be too good up there. That red is kind of a bitch to cover. Very bright color, very bright. And just a little scoop, not too bad, okay. I'm gonna go do the rest of it. I have to put my mask on. Woo, I'm getting a little dizzy. All right, baby. Black is down. It looks pretty good. It's definitely not perfect. We did 20 hours of body work, which sounds like a lot, but in reality, I probably have 20 hours on just that fender. So that just shows you the quality. But she's a rusty old girl, and we're gonna go with patina. I like patina. I would have loved it if it would have had good patina before. It just had horrible patina. There was like 4 different paint jobs, falling apart, all kinds of shit. So we're gonna fix some holes, fix some rust, do some custom work, and then make our own patina. So I'm gonna have to let this dry for a very long time. There's probably 10 coats of paint on it and 6 colors. All right, I'm going to bed. Sun's out. That was a very long day. Was that a 16-hour bomb? Might have been an 18-hour bomb. Damn, I worked too much. All right, we'll be back, baby.
The next day.
All right. It's been probably 12 hours or so. She is dry, ready for paint. Look how dirty it is already. God, this shop needs clean real bad. It is time to bring the patina out. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can do this. Some people like to get your base color down first and then add paint to it, which it works. I've just always thought it looked a little more natural when you do the sanding situation. But sometimes you do this, you get to sanding and you realize, maybe I wanted a little more, whatever, yellow, red, whatever color you're doing, a little more here and there, so you can add a little bit more as you go, and I'll kind of show you that as we get going. What you got to do, especially with spray paint, is wet sand, because if you just came in here and had it dry, it'll rip too much material off at once, and you can do a million different ways that you can do this. I do a bunch of different grits. 320, 400, 500. Sometimes I'll go 220 just to kind of get through a bunch of stuff if you have shit you don't like. And I always like to pre-soak my paper. Don't know if you're supposed to. Dad always did, so I did. Now, granted, he usually pre-soaked like longboard paper, but I just kind of soak everything because you really don't want it super aggressive. 320, 400, 500, that's obviously not aggressive. 320 also I'm probably not using. It's mostly 500 and 400. Just a little bit of a tooth off of there is good if you can get it soft. Also, it's nice to have a water bottle. And then we just start coming in here and sanding where we think it would rust, where it would fade. For example, just look at pictures, to be honest with you. Door tops, especially on trucks, are almost always faded out real bad up here. It's because people ride with their arm on them for 50 years, so they look like shit. They always get worn down. They look cool. I actually love patina jobs. Now, one thing I don't like when people do patina jobs is if it's a perfect car, perfect truck, and then they do 1,000 hours of body work, and then they do a fake patina job. Those never look right to me because they're like too nice. Something like this, rusty, beat all to hell, lots of issues. This is perfect. I would have not even touched it if the patina was kind of okay before, but it looked like shit because it had been resprayed so many times and the paint was just flaking off. I don't even know if I showed it, but while I was sanding, some of the times I just took my air hose and just ran the air hose down and it all flaked off everywhere. So we're going to come in here, start sanding. And what I'm going to do, what you can do is just sand the spots, you know, that you want the color to come out, like just a little bit here, just a bit there. I kind of usually like to sand everything so that it kind of has a uniform look. So let's say Down here where I don't want a bunch of color, I'll just buzz this real quick with like 600 just to kind of knock, you know, the sheen off of it, I guess you'd say. And then whenever we get it where we want it, we will clear it. I'll use a flat clear. I also don't like super shiny patina because that kind of throws it off a little bit. But yeah, let's see what happens. Damn neighbor kid was knocking on the door. He needed a wrench for his bike. I said, it's 11:30. Go to bed, you little bastard. Okay, so we're going to start sanding and see what the hell happens, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to sand the whole thing because it's a little too shiny. I probably already all said this, but 30 minutes have been passed since I just got done recording. You probably heard a knock at the end of the last recording. But yeah, let's sand some shit. All right, starting with 400 might be a little aggressive. We're going to find out real quick. Not too bad at all. Don't spray you idiot. Don't spray the sandpaper while you're spinning in front of the sandpaper. Jesus. God, I'm stupid. Oh, wow, that keeps spraying apparently. Ha! There you go. You just do that for 10 hours. Figure out the exact spots that you want to look a certain way. We'll obviously get a little more aggressive on some spots. Top of the hood doesn't have to be too crazy. But let's see where we're at so far. Oh, that is perfect. See this up here? This is money. This is exactly what I want right there. Let me show you. Oh, yes. And then we'll come in here and hit some spots a little bit more brighter, because if you remember, we have orange, yellow, red. See how you can kind of see specks of yellow? That's exactly what I wanted. We're going to time lapse. Hopefully we don't time lapse for 10 hours straight and I kind of keep showing you a little bit, but let's go. All right, we got a really good look so far. I'm gonna go in here after I get it all sanded and kind of hit a couple more spots. It's really not clogging the paper as bad as I thought, considering how much freaking paint I put in this thing. Whoa, easy, baby, easy. Oh shit, I don't want to grab it. It's so slippery. Easy. Hit the camera. It took off. Shit, I hit the camera again. All right, let's just let him dance for a minute. He's doing his thing right now. Oh, don't get on the Honda. All right, take it easy, buddy. Come on now. Now you're just showing off. Oh, shit. Dude. This is like a freaking joke at this point. Where the hell did it go? Oh, got it. Ha! Jesus. Slippery little bastard. Okay, we're not done, but we got a damn good start. What I have to do now is go get a hose and clean all this shit off, because right now it's just, there's all kinds of dirt still on it, just sand residue, I guess you'd call it. I'm gonna hit it all real quick, wipe it all down with a Scotch-Brite, and then any spots that we need to do a little bit more, we'll hit. Let's go get just messy. I'm already covered in water and soaking wet, but you gotta do it, so let's go. All right, Took about an hour and a half to clean the shop out. I am literally soaking wet. You probably can't hear that, but when I walk, it squishes. So, I'm going to go home and change. Let this baby dry. I'm going to turn the fan on. Whenever it's dry, we're going to be ready for clear coat. But I think I want to shoot my undercoating first, because if for any reason I mess up with the undercoating and accidentally spray something on the truck, I can wipe it off real quick, and then I won't be on my actual paint. You know, I can clear coat it afterward. We're gonna let this dry, shoot our undercoating. I'll probably go ahead and undercoat the inside of the bed as well. I have a really cool flooring I'm gonna put down on this. I'll show you whenever I get it. It takes forever. It's called marine mat. It's basically the mat that they use for boats and stuff. It's really freaking cool. You can get it in designs, like checkered designs and stuff. And it's essentially like sound deadener, but a 1/2 inch thick instead of an 1/8 inch thick or whatever that is. I mean, you roll it out and you can make the design however you want. I've never used it before, but I've seen convertible cars and trucks use it, and it looks super cool. So I want to give that a shot. But that's not going to be here today, so I don't know why I'm even talking about it. I do want to undercoat the stuff that won't be on, so I'm not going to put it on the inner fenders. It's obviously not going to be on the sides of the walls on the inside, so I can shoot all that. The doors and the dash, I'm going to paint red. I don't know if I'm going to get to that this video. I'll be right back. We're going to let the old girl dry off, and then we're going to undercoat some stuff. All right, baby. We got it taped off. I already scuffed it probably a week or two ago, which you should probably scuff it right before you paint it, but hey, come on. It's probably okay, right? I don't know. I got my truck bed liner. My guys at Poppy's Patina, they've been rocking with the shop for several years now. This is one of my favorite products of theirs. Probably my absolute favorite, to be honest with you. If you've watched the channel at all, you've seen me use this 10 different times. What is cool, comes with a gun that screws right into the can. You just add a little bit of hardener to it, mix it up, plug it in and go, and this stuff is awesome. I spray this on frames. I use it for everything. It's truck bed liner, but I use it like undercoating. And I did undercoating on my 1955 Chevy shop truck. You might not be familiar with it. I drove that thing daily for 4 years. This stuff worked perfect the whole time it was on there. It wasn't on there the whole 4 years. As soon as it came out, they sent me it, probably at least 2, and never got chipped, never got anything. If you want to get crazy, you can lay this stuff on like a 1/2 inch thick. I don't ever go that crazy, but really, really good. Has a little adjuster on like how much splatter you want. Big fan. Anyways, let's get to work, baby. I'm spraying all this. I could technically spray the floor too, but since I'm going to be doing that matte, I don't really need to. But I'll be honest with you, if I didn't already have the sound deadener on the front floor, I probably would just spray everything. Not the center console, because I don't know what I'm doing with that, but we're going to do something fun with that. But yeah, let's start shooting, baby. Look how good that looks. Man, I should probably just shoot the whole floor. I need to get a paint mask on because that is stinky. Let's go! All right, I got everything undercoated. It looks amazing, but I have like 3/4 of a can left, and I'm almost certain you have to spray it after you mix it. We might end up shooting the floor after all. I mean, there's really nothing else that needs undercoating. All right, I guess we're shooting the floor. Well, I decided to get a little crazy with it. I had extra, so you might as well. All right. Oh, it stinks so bad in here. Let's clear this baby and get the hell out. All right, it's time to clear. I said earlier I want like a flat clear look, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with this because this is gloss. So we're just gonna kind of do a real, wow, that was a very loud car. We're just gonna do a real light coat, and I need to put my mask back on because it already stinks. Oh, let's see here. Let's start on the fender. God, love it. Perfect. I don't want to go too crazy, so we're just gonna, I gotta get full coverage, but I gotta not put it on heavy, if that makes sense. All right, let's go. The more clear I put on, the more likely the paint is to lift. You know, it'll get wrinkles in it. In this paint job, it's no big deal. We'll just say we meant to do that to give it more of a patinaed look. But in reality, if you're doing this and you ever have to wet sand spray paint, let it sit for a while before you clear it. But I got one more spot on the hood and I think I'm done. All right, now we just need to double check everything before we call it a night. I think we're okay though. I'm done. It stinks in here. We're gonna let this baby dry. What I want to do tomorrow is get the lights installed, put the wheels on, and take it outside. I'd love to try and cut the windshield too, but we're probably running out of time, but we might be able to give it a shot. God, that looks so good. I love it. We'll look at it a little bit closer whenever I get it outside, let it bake in the sun for a little bit. Check it out. Oh, I'm so happy with how this came out. Also, last night when I was leaving, I said, you could run into lifting if you don't wait long enough to spray the clear. It lifted in several spots, but what you don't know is I did that on purpose. See, it lifted right here. I wanted that to crack and lift so that it looked like a very old paint job. I did that on purpose. It certainly wasn't an accident. The good news is it looks amazing. I'm very happy with it. Oh, it's so good. All right, I want to get my lights on. I want to get the wheels on. I thought I was going to get my dash parts in. I just realized I'm not getting them until the end of the week. I have a new dash cover. I have new gauges for my gauge cluster. Basically, they're updated because half of the old ones don't work. So I took it apart and I was going to start messing with it. And then I realized I'm not getting them anyway. Here is the old one. But what I do want to do while I have it apart is paint my cluster, and apparently I've lost it because I could have swore I put it right over here. That's wrong. I have a couple little pieces that need painted black. Taillights, headlight rings, stuff like that. Not the rings that hold the headlight, the little bezel. And then I have custom headlights coming for it, which I'm really excited to get installed, but they're not going to be here for probably a week and a half, 2 weeks, but they are awesome. They're actually like a halo headlight, and it says Caseyscustoms in it. Really cool company. I'll tell you about it whenever it shows up. But for now, I'm gonna start getting the lights done. I need to put a new switch in. I need to do all new wiring, basically everything. The wiring is pretty much gone for the original truck. It's just stuff we've redone. But I was thinking, while I got it jacked up, before I put the wheels on, I might mess with the exhaust just for a second. Right now, it's just cut off at the manifolds. I'm gonna see if they unscrew and I can kind of start piecing some stuff together. I don't think I'm gonna have all the parts for it now, but I bought a ton of 3-inch tubing whenever I did the Escalade exhaust. There's a whole bunch of it left. The only difference between this and the Escalade, this lays completely on the ground, so 3-inch isn't really the best. This also isn't a big monster engine. It's a 327. Sounds amazing, but it doesn't necessarily need 3-inch. But I'm gonna play with that for a little bit while I got it jacked up. Then we're gonna start updating our taillights. I have new bulb sockets for it because these old ones, if you've ever had a C10, these ground through the bolts here, and every one I've ever had, it's probably because I always have rusty crap, they don't get a good enough ground through there. So I usually just rip this out and put a universal socket in, and then you don't have to worry about any ground because these actually have a little ground tab on them. Makes it easy. So I'll drill those out too. But let's play with the exhaust a little bit before we get too crazy. Let's go. Also, I apparently walked past that 4 times while filming. There it is. I want to paint that black too. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm known for pretty bad time management, but let me tell you, messing with the exhaust in the middle of a paint job video, rust repair video. We also played with the laser, got the laser figured out, love the laser. Don't do exhaust at the end of the video, because that's just a waste of 5 hours. Okay, exhaust is done. Oh, it's not all the way done, but the hard part is done, which was taking the manifolds off, doing all that. I got the exhaust tube out right here. I don't have the right size or adapters because it's 2-inch and all I have is 3-inch. So I'll order some parts and get to the rest of that. I got my tail lights rebuilt. I need to paint my headlight rings and then we can get the lights installed, call it a video. Let's get to work. All new lights are on. Everything's looking great. I completely forgot I had this. I don't know that I even bought this for this truck. But guess what? It's going on. Okay, sweet. I thought that was just a protective cover, but that apparently doesn't come off, does it? No, okay, well, does it come off? Nope, doesn't come off. Okay, I'm not gonna break it. Tomorrow, I gotta get new lug nuts. I completely forgot about them. After that, we put the wheels on, take her outside, call this a video. I'm excited to see it outside. It's hard to tell whenever you're standing right next to it what it looks like, so that'll be a little bit better to get a look. We'll button her up tomorrow, baby. Sweet.
The next day.
This thing is so much fun. Check that thing out. Oh man. I don't know if it gets much cooler than that. That is hard to beat. Damn. Oh, I can't tell you how happy I am. Oh my God. Wow. That patina looks perfect. Needs a little more yellow in it, but it'll probably rust. I got new door panels coming, new dash pad. We're gonna paint the dash. We're gonna fill all that in with sheet metal because we don't need it anymore. I thought the dash pads on these went all the way to the windshield. They do not. They stop right there. So you'll see this vent and I don't want to, so I'm gonna cut all that out and we'll probably do some cool design. Wow. What a friggin' truck. This was really like the worst truck I've ever had too. It was so rusty. It's still got some spots. She ain't perfect, but... Oh, I can't tell you how happy I am. Oh, that thing looks amazing. Cool. Oh my God, can't wait for these parts to come in. We should be able to finish this thing in like a day after I get all the shit. Well, I take that back. I still have to cut the windshield. That's kind of iffy still, but we'll figure it out. Cool, man. Oh, I hope you guys like this as much as I do, because holy shit. That's one of my favorites. That is legitimately one of my favorites. Might be the coolest shop truck on the planet. Oh, I don't want to drive it. I just want to look at it. This is probably annoying me just sitting here gushing over a truck while we're videotaping, but hey, damn, that looks so good. $800 long bed, so rusty, the cab was falling off. I didn't even have to unbolt the bed. I just picked it up with a hoist and everything fell out because that's how rotted it was. Sweet. All right, we gotta get this thing back. Cannot tell you how happy I am. Look at that thing. Oh my God. It's just the coolest truck I've ever seen in my life. And we built it on a budget. Everything we did was cheap. The cheapest parts you could ever buy, and then make everything else from scratch. Love it. Oh, super happy with the new laser welder. Laser CNC. I keep calling it a welder. It's so much more than a welder. But if you're interested in that, go to xTool. It's called a metalfab. Check it out. If you're a shop that's doing any sort of production stuff, it would be huge for you. But even smaller shops like me, rust repair, custom designs, that's the way to go. Even if you don't have the CNC, just all the stuff that the welder can do is amazing. I love the fact that it just ties right into the CNC. It's not like a whole different machine that you have to buy. It just goes right to it. So cool. Oh, I love this thing so much. I can't stop looking at it. I have a giveaway going on right now for my bagged ASTRO van. Here it is right here. If you want in on that, go to Caseyscustoms.com. All the details are there to get entered. I provide free shipping in the lower 48, basically anywhere in the USA other than Hawaii and Alaska. So if you win in on that, go to Caseyscustoms.com. Caseyscustoms.com for the coolest merchandise on the planet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you to do. I think that semi is getting ready to pull out and I'm in his way. Love you, gotta go, bye.